Good morning, everybody. Hope you are well. It's 11:15 here in Ireland. It's time to have our study, our talk. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. And I want to say thank you to Wanderlei and Juliana and everybody who share these talks on Sunday with me. So it's a pleasure. Right away, before we jump to our initial prayer, I do have a question here from Anna Daniela. Will the center be closed today? I'm not aware of COVID's rule for this case. Anna, unfortunately, yes, the Spirit Center is physically closed. We are doing this virtual meeting because the place we rent to having our meetings, it's closed. And to be honest, I don't see they open it before we have a vaccine or something like this, because the Lanterns and Community Center, it's composed by higher risk members, so they don't want to put in risk their own community lives. Okay, so meanwhile, I invite you to keep joining us on our Sunday meetings, Tuesday and Thursday live, and Wednesday study group. Okay. So that's the main point. So shall we jump to our initial prayer? Okay, so let's sit comfortably. Let's keep calm, raise up our thoughts, make connection with superior spirits, with the mentors of the group. And I'd like to invite everyone to raise up your thoughts towards Jesus, asking him to send over us his blessings, filling us up with his love, his mercy, giving us strength, knowledge, and courage to fight for our happiness, for our own progression, for all the brothers and sisters who are sharing this moment on earth with us, and for our brothers and sisters, our benefactors whom from the spiritual world are looking for us. Please do not give up on us, inspiring us, take care of us, guide us today and ever. So be it. Amen. Okay. So, yeah, I have to agree. Wow, hello. How are you, my dear? Hope your kids are okay. Well, now we have a baby girl there, so good to see you. Good to see you. Good morning, Daniela. Good morning, UK, Cassia. Our dear Elsa, thank you so much for being here with us, sharing this moment with us. Good morning, Kaka. Our dear Dircy. Let's see, Wanderlei. Now you're on opposite sides now. Camila. So good morning, everyone. It's a sunny day here in Ireland. Fabrizio from Bournemouth. Hello, my dear friend. You and Rome. Oh, I love our truly best regards to you and all in this wonderful work that Buzz, along with all the Spirit Centers connected to Buzz, are doing, giving wonderful talks, wonderful speech to everyone. not leaving anybody alone. So it's amazing to have this kind of support, especially in these times. Okay, so let's share my screen here. So today, okay. 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 So let's start here. Today, we will talk about law of worship, conscious. It's pretty, I would say, obvious for everyone, but are you using your conscious in the right way? Let's see. Let's take. So, and I like to start with a simple questions. And I need your answers, please. Don't be shy. Write it down. I need to know your answers. It's what is conscious? And I add something else. What is conscious? And what's the role of conscious? What keep us? Let's give us some minutes for the answers here. Meanwhile, good morning, Tanya from Dingo. I hope you have a pretty sunny day in Dingo. You have tough times with all these two storms. I hope you are safe and well, everybody down there. Neide, good morning. Sonia Chaves, good morning from Brazil. Good morning, Brazil. It's very early. Thank you very much for being with us today. Very early for you, Sonia. Thank you very much for your kindness to listen us today. Patty, good morning. So let's move on here. Conscious. Let's see what's the definition by the dictionary. What is conscious? Conscious, a person's moral sense of right and wrong, viewed as acting as guide to one's behavior. Okay, this is dictionary. Moral sense of right and wrong. That's the key part we need to pay attention. Why? I'm saying this because let's reflect a little bit about it. Hell. What is hell? You prefer to stay in a hell, burning in the fire of the hell, or when you do something and you use any known standard rules or actions to do it, and you get a huge benefit, but you harm someone else. You are enjoying a very good life, a lot of things, but at the end, inside of you, you know, you did something not correct. Nobody will know. Nobody except you. You didn't achieve that for your own merits. You didn't achieve that for your own hard work. You achieve that because perhaps you harm someone. You in the workplace, you probably made something in order to your boss fire someone in order to promote you. You have money, you spend that money, but that money doesn't belong to you. That's the hell. Because Nobody will know except you. So you end up burning in the fire of your conscience because you had the opportunity to fix, but you didn't. And now you need to do a lot of things in order to make up this. So each person has in one's innermost self what you call an interior voice. It is what the spirits call conscious, a severe judge overseeing all actions of your life. This is in the Spiritist Review, Journal of Psychological Studies, 1860. So this is what Kardec wrote. And let's pay attention what he said. Each person has in one's innermost self what you call an interior voice. It is what the spirits call conscious, a severe judge overseeing all actions of your life. So it's this interior voice. You can call it bad angel, like in the picture, bad angel, good angel. A good angel is not correct, but the evil, but the good and evil. So it's up to you. And you need to listen to his voice, and you need to make a decision. Either if you go to left or right. Okay? But let's see how to not understand, because I'm not here in a position to teach you. I'm in a position to share with you what we know, what we read about, and then you do your own self-analysis and apply it if you want to your life. So conscious is composed by, first, moral judgment that discerns what is right and what is wrong. Moral obligation are commanded to do good and avoid evil. And I say that this point in the moral obligation or command to do good and avoid evil because, according to question 621 in the Spirit's book, where is the law of God's? And the short answer is in our conscience. So we know what is good and what is evil. We know what's right and what's wrong. But the question, this come up with more questions. Do you think conscience is the same for everyone? Do you believe that my conscience is the same like your conscience? Like your mom conscience, your dad conscience, your husband conscience, your wife's conscience, your daughter and son conscience? Do you think? For those who said no, yes, you're right. Our conscience is limited. Limited according to our knowledge. Okay? So the experiences we have had lived will, let's say, expand our conscious, and this give us a better judgment of what is, not what is right or wrong, but what is right to do, what we cannot do it. Conscious is people's ability to respond to right or wrong. Everyone is endowed with this ability. So we do have this. So the conscious is innate. It is with us. However, as we said here, it varies between each people. Okay? Because right and wrong is not something is determined. It's predetermined. Because sometimes what is right for me maybe is wrong for you in the other way around. Okay? And then we defer these. I would say the conscious, the great influence we have in our conscious is the environment we are in. Let's take this simple example here. A child is raised in an environment where mom and dad use the like illicit ways to have money. They don't have a respect between each other. They don't give love. So for that child, this kind of behavior is correct, is right. Of course, we do have exceptions. I'm just here talking in an example, very a generic example. So this child will be raised with a different concept and a different word. And this is what differs from what I'm saying, what Socrates said, because Socrates believed that everyone have the same conscious. But I do believe that the conscious that Socrates was referring to here is the conscious itself. We will have the same conscious, but when we reach the top, highest in the evolution. But until we get there, our conscious will vary. Vary according knowledge and vary according environment we are in. Okay? Are you there? So our dear friend Douglas Hurton said, conscious is the window of our spirit. Evil is the curtain. Like today, as you can see here, we have a bright, sunny day here in Ireland. But if I close the window, I cannot see the beauty outside. I need to remove the curtain in order to see the beauty. I love this sentence for Douglas Hurton here. Conscious is the window of our spirit. Evil is the curtain. Okay, let's move on. Everybody safe and well, let's go. Your beliefs don't make you a better person. Your behavior does. It's not because you do believe in something you will change someone. It's your behavior. You cannot keep saying to your child, don't do this. Like, for example, don't get my phone, don't keep all day watching YouTube videos with the mobile. If you are all the time with your mobile on your hands, What are you going to say? Like my mom, my dad says to me, do not stay with it, but they are all day with that. Your beliefs don't make you a better person. Your behavior does. Okay? Okay, some thoughts here about conscious. In the question 57, sorry. What is the origin of the sentiment called conscious? Yeah, Elsa. Elsa is saying here, our behavior counts a lot. Yes. And also Vivian. Vivian says, true. Yeah. Good to know. You agree with me. So, what is the origin of the sentiment of called conscious? By the way, this is in chapter 3 of the book, What is Spiritism? Question 127. What is the origin of our sentiment called conscious? Let's see what Kardec says to us. It is the intuitive remembrance of the progress accomplished in previous lives and of resolutions made by the spirit before incarnation. Resolutions, it does not always have the strength to keep once incarnated. Let's go by parts here. It is the intuitive remembrance of the progress accomplished in previous life. Okay? So remember when I said in the previous slide, we will reach the same level of conscious when we achieve the last stage of the evolution, and we all will be all in the same pattern. But before we reach there, we will have differences in conscious. So this is based in what we lived. Okay? And what we lived, and before we reincarnate, when we are doing our reincarnation plan, we set some goals, we set some milestones, we set some wrongdoings we did in the past and you need to fix. So all these is our conscious. This is what Kardec is saying here. What I learned in the past, what I want for me for the future, mix everything in a bowl, take 2 times a day. This is your conscious. This is the interior voice talking to you. Okay? On question 128, do human beings have free will or are they subject to fatalism? Okay, that's a very good question because, Stevan, you just told me that before I reincarnate, I do a reincarnation plan and I set some goals, I set some targets, what I want to achieve or not achieve. So do I have free will? That's a very good question. And you guys, what do you think? Do we have free will or we are subject to a fatalism? Let me know. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, our behavior is everything. Yeah, thank you. It's good to know you agree with me. Thank you very much, Danny, for your input. Yeah. So, before I give the answer, let's see what Kardec says about this question here. Do human beings have free will, or are they subject to fatalism? Vivian saying, yes, we do have free will. I'm with you, but let's check it out what Kardec's saying to us. Adriana, we do have, yes, good. You are very good, guys, making my life easier here. Thank you very much. So let's see what Kardec says for us. If their conduct were subject to fatalism, they would have no responsibility for the evil or merit, for the good they do. Okay? Hence, any punishment would be unjust and any recompense sinless. Human's free will is a consequence of God's justice, the attribute that gives them their dignity and lifts them above all other creatures. This is very true that the esteem they have for one another is due to their free will. Those who lose it accidentally because of sickness, insanity, chemical dependency, or mental impairment are pitied or treated with contempt. So what Kardec says, if we are subject to fatalism, what's the point life? Why I need to be recompensated for my moral transformation, for my behavior like we saw before? What's the recompensation for that? How are we going to put so much efforts in order to make this for nothing? On the other hand, we do have the free will. The free will allow us act upon God's justice. And where is this God justice laws? Question 621. In our free will. In our conscious. That is it. That is in our conscious. This is what we need to be very tuned with our conscious. This is what differ us among each other. Our dear Elsa says here, although we have free will, sometimes the instinct jumps almost before we think properly and the repentance comes later. I think, and we learn from our bad decisions and good ones. Yes, Elsa. Yes. Our first reaction is our instinct. And I would say the first reaction, the first thing come up to our mind, most of the case, is the right thing to do. Because when we have a second thought, we will add a little bit of fear, a lot of bit of envy, a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of angry, and then we change our mind. But in most of the cases, the first thought, the first thinking we have, the first thing come up to our conscious, it is the right thing to do. Again, most of the cases. Okay? If this is not the case, then you need to use your judgment. Use your judgment, but you need to keep outside of your mind fears, evil, jealousy, and so on. Okay? So, again, these two questions you'll find in the book, What is Spiritism, on chapter 3. Let's move on. Some thoughts about conscience here. Question 835. Is freedom of conscience the natural consequence of freedom of thought? I can think whatever I want to. What do you think? Is the freedom of conscience the natural consequence of freedom of thought? Good morning, Marcia. Good morning, my dear. Let's see here. By the way, this question 835 is from the Spirit's book. Let's see the answer. Let's think. What's the answer? Let's see here. The conscious is an inner thought that belongs to the individual. So the conscious is ours. I have mine, you have yours. Like all other thoughts entertained by that person. So I am responsible for my thoughts. I am responsible for what I'm thinking. I am responsible for what I creating, I build here inside of my mind. I am the responsible for that. No one else. No one else. You are responsible for your acts. You are responsible for your life. You are responsible for the good or bad decisions you have. And you are responsible to fix any wrongdoing you did. If you will not fix today, while you are incarnated, you will fix tomorrow. So take this opportunity. Again, that's why everybody saying, oh, stay at home, enjoy your life, enjoy kids, all these things they are saying, stay at home. Do a self-analysis. And if you did something wrong, or if you regret about something you have done, and that person is still here, alive, on earth, redeem with that person. I'm not saying that person needs to forgive you. No. It's up to that person. But at least you already started the peaceful process between you. Okay? So let's see what's our friend. Remember our friend Einstein. Let's see what he says. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. Never do anything against conscience, even if the state demands it. Remember when you said the first thinking come to our mind, it is, in most of the cases, the right thing to do? This is what Einstein is talking about here. Because when we put some thoughts, the fear will catch us. What is the opposite from love? Do you know? What is the opposite from love? Let me know if you know. Of course, in my opinion here. What is the opposite word or sentiment from love? Do you know? Let me see here. The opposite and equal value we have against love, it is fear. Hate? No, Elsa. In my belief, Casa says indifference. I would say it's fear. It is fear. Because the fear will make us hate someone. The fear will make us be indifferent with someone and leave that person. It's fear. Fear to leave. Fear to die. I'm a spiritist, but if someone says to me, oh, you're going to die now, we will have fear. We have a fear. Fear, it is the most bad feeling. Fear. And fear, no courage. No courage to fight. No courage to move on. No courage to keep going. No courage to face the truth. We have fear. Types of conscious. We have 3 types of conscious, okay? According to the scientists. Lax conscious, erroneous conscious, and informed conscious. Let's see what it is, what this means. Lax of conscious. When a person does not employ a process of consciousness decision-making, not thinking about the morality of actions that he or she performs. It is, I would say, more instinct here. Okay? Erroneous conscious, when a person follows a process of consciousness decision-making, but makes a wrong choice. Okay? Okay, let's say, example here. I need money, but I don't know where to get it. I will rob a bank. That's a erroneous conscious. Okay? Informed conscious. A conscious that is educated and developed through constant use and examination. This is what we achieve, guys. Again, going back, we have here lax conscious is our, let's say, instinct. Then we have the erroneous conscious is added with selfishness, jealousy, hate, fear. And then we have the informed conscious, which is the right thing. We are transitioning between erroneous and informed conscious. Unfortunately, we are still more pushed towards erroneous conscious than informed conscious. In order to make an informed conscious, we need to do what St. Augustine gave us every day. We needed to do a balance of our actions in our life, what we have did in that day. Not at the end of the year, not on 31st of December, 11:59. No. Yeah, because everybody do a self-analysis on 31st of December at 11:59, and you need to remember how was your life for the entire year. This is a daily exercise. This is a proof that I will always do the right thing. No, no. But this is a chance to do less wrong things. I don't know, before going to bed, while having a shower, it's up to you. Do a self analysis. What were your actions? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? And when you find something wrong, next day, fix it. And again, if you harmed someone and that person do not forgives you, it's not your problem, it's that person's problem. Why? Because you came to her or him and apologize, recognize your mistakes. So you have your, we would say, like, clean conscience. Again, and what everybody likes to do? Point the fingers to you. You did wrong, you did wrong, you did this, you did that. That person did nothing. That person, it's a higher spirit incarnated on earth. Why? Because it's easy to find mistakes in someone else. Let's see what our friend Hamlet says to us. We will do a self-comparison here. So Hamlet, who tells himself in a monologue to be or not to be, that is the question. This is conscious. Tartuffe, who moans his prayers while thinking of evil things. And Don Juan tells everyone, I believe nothing. What this? Let's mix this, put in a bowl here. So we have a Hamlet saying in one hand, to be or not to be, this is the question. Tartuffe in saying, who moans his prayers while thinking of evil things. And Don Juan tells everyone, I believe nothing. Let's put all this in a bowl. Let's mix. Let's see what this means. Man remains in doubt like Hamlet without the truth, without conscience like Tartuffe, and without a heart like Don Juan. Hamlet doubts, it's true, but he seeks, he is unhappy, disbelief bothers him. His kindest illusions vanish, and the ideal and the truth that he seeks fall into the great abscess, and like Ophelia, it remains lost forever. He then becomes mad and dies in a desperation. God will forgive him, though, because he had a heart, loved, and it was the word that took away what he wanted to keep. These characters here are attractions. One is selfish, the other is hypocritical. Selfish because I don't do nothing. I just think myself. The other one is hypocritical because I don't believe in nothing. So since I do not believe in anything, I cannot be judged for something. Okay? And Tartuffe wears the mask of virtue, making him hateful. See the point here? We have three characters here. One, do the exercise of thinking. The other one is selfish. Do a prayer, but the act is wrong. What's the point in going to the church, going to the spirit center, going to synagogue, going to the temple, if you are only spiritist, Catholic, or Protestant, or any other religion, just when you are inside of your temple? And when you are outside, you are not that person. You do not behaving according to the laws or to the beliefs you think and you express. What's the point? What's the point to do not? Oh, I'm okay. Let's see from the bright side. Okay, at least meanwhile, 1 hour every week, that person thinks good. Okay, but we needed to prepare ourselves to not be just 1 hour in a good position, but 24 hours. And I would say we live switching roles like these three characters here. Sometimes we act like a Don Juan. Oh, I don't know nothing. I don't know. I didn't see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything. Sometimes I'm a spiritist. I am a spiritist. But what is your actions? And sometimes we think, we do the exercise, we do the analysis, but we decide to go to the wrong way. We remains in doubt. Okay? Hope this is not confusing. And by the way, yeah, this I'm bringing to you. It's on the Spiritist Review from 1861. This is what we have there. So I invite you to go there and seek this. It's not me. I'm away to have this kind of analysis, but you find this there. Okay. What's our dear friend Emmanuel says? This is in the book Words of Eternal Life, chapter 15. However, in spite of all doubts and challenges that surround you, go forward in accordance with the duties that life prescribes you, according to the testimony of conscience, in the conviction that true happiness means in everything peace in us. So, despite all problems, all difficulties, all challenges, all barriers we have, move on. Move on. Moving on means you are trying. Like Mars is saying here to us, we can't leave the fear paralyze us. Yes. Don't let the fear paralyze you and you are struggle in a point and stay there. No, don't leave that. Move on. Keep going. Okay? So this is my last slide. So common sense and conscience can both be compared to a muscle. If you don't use a muscle, it gets weaker and weaker until you get paralyzed. This is an exercise. There is no ready-made recipe here. No. It's always trying, always having your own decisions, and perhaps someday some decisions you will nail it. Other decisions you're gonna fail. It's up to you. You don't have to do all goods all the thing, all times. You don't have to win all times. We are trying. And remember, as Kardec says to us, you will recognize a spiritist by the efforts he's trying to make to evolve or to progress. The efforts, not the right things doing. No, the efforts. Effort means sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't get it. And when we don't get it, that enters the effort. You will redo in a better way. Okay? This is what I want to bring to you today. I hope this is clear. It's a short topic. We can go deeper on this, but we just have an hour, so this is something I want to share with you. Okay, and let's go for some announcements here. 10th of September, we will have our World Suicide Prevention Day Conference. It's a beautiful event prepared by BUS, British Spirits Medical Association, Irish Spirits Federation, and Kardec Radio. It's a beautiful event, all-day event with wonderful talks. We have it will start 10 o'clock British time, Britain time, London time. 10 o'clock from 10 to 11, we have our first talk. It's Natalie Talbert, and she will talk about reincarnations and psychology of distress. The second talk, it's from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Our friend Lawrence Saville, and he will talk about the value of life. From 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., we have our third talk with our friend Edir Paixão, and the topic is Calmness, Resignation, a Labor for Suicide Prevention. Our fourth talk by our dear friend Vanessa Ancelone, it's from 2 to 3:30. And she will talk about emotional spiritual management is key for suicide prevention. And our fifth talk, our friend Munir Gariba, he will talk about suicide and its scars. And everybody at 6 p.m. will join in a round table. Our dear friend there will be the mediator, so we will have all the speakers that day talking to us. Okay, and also we do have our friend Dana Sisi. He will talk about what if death is not the end. Okay, so he will talk from 5 to 6. He's missing the time here. Okay, so but it's from 5 to 6 is Dana Sisi. Okay, so this is a bit of one. So the event, it will be broadcasted in Buzz, Facebook, Spiritist Society, Facebook, Kardec Radio. So it will be broadcast in all the in three main. So there's no excuse to see. I don't see it. I don't know it. I didn't know. So yes, you do know. It will gonna be in your conscious if you don't see it, because now you know. Everybody know who's watching me here. Everybody know we do have this wonderful event, and this is gonna be in your conscious. Okay. Sorry about the joke. Let's see some comment here. Okay. Dear Elsa saying it's going to be broadcast by the web, the Radio Fraternidade as well. So, well, so it's getting worse for you guys in your conscious. There is no excuse not to see it. It's going to be in your conscious. It's going to be there. It's going to keep punching you in your mind, to say, hey, watch it. 6 wonderful talks, 6 wonderful speakers, and a beautiful round table at the end. Okay? So, what our dear friend Danny is saying here, the most important thing is to keep going, keep trying. Everyone has their own time. One day we are going to achieve our best. Yes. Danny, thank you very much. You just made a briefing of the entire talk. Thank you very much. Yeah, our dear Elsa, it's saying let families that has depressed members to be with us. Yes, very good, Elsa. It is, especially if you have, in this case, unfortunately, have seen a lot of cases of suicide, a lot of cases of depression, anxiety. So let this talk being heard by not just the one who have problem, but the family, because sometimes the family don't know how to handle it. And instead of help, sometimes we make this getting worse. Okay, so this is not an event for who have this thinking, it's for the entire family. Okay? Okie dokie? So, another announcement. We do have lives on Wednesday and Thursday at 7:15. We do have our Gospel Spirits book study on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. If you want to join, we don't put this live on Facebook. We have our Zoom meeting. So if you need to be part of this, just send an email to spiritismireland@gmail.com, and we will send you a link for the study. No background, no previous knowledge, no nothing is needed. Just need you with open heart. This study is held in English, so everyone's more than welcome. Our dear friend Tanya Moore and Nadia is doing a beautiful job studying this important book from Kardec, and they will help you to understand, to get some meaning for this. Okay. And we do have these Sundays, our meetings here, okay? Next week, Samantha gonna be with us, and she will talk about suicide as well, the value of life, as she does every year in SSI. So Samantha will be with us today. And by the way, she just sent a message. Thanks, Steven. Thank you, Samantha. I see you next week here on this spot. So again, what I have more to say, just thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for uh, all the efforts. Thank you, Cassia. You are very kind. You are very kind with us. Thank you, Elsa, for your support. Again, just reinforcing this is a partnership between Ireland, UK, and the USA. So it's we will achieve a lot of people. I'm pretty sure. The event on the 10th is a piece of art. And please stay with us. Okay? Let's do our final prayer. I'd like to say thank you for everyone who stayed from the beginning up to now with us. Also for those friends who for some reason have to left. Thank you for listening me for at least an hour, 1 minute, 1 second. Thank you. May this prayer reach the world, the leaders of each government in the world, the hospitals, those who are with starving, those who are sick, and those who are not sick, their health. So may this prayer reach you in order to keep you balanced, to keep you self-conscious. May this prayer reach our brothers and sisters on the Suicide Valley and the lower zones. May the benefactors reach them and rescue them. May we have a wonderful week. May we have a wonderful day. May God be with you always. So be it. Amen. Okay. Thank you, Neidoka. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Cassia. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Dani. Thank you, Vanderlei. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Fabrício. Thank you, Dirce and Leandro. Thank you, Elo. Thank you, Camila. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. I'll see you on our live on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Be in peace. Bye-bye.